Stephen, I know you were disappointed, of course, on Friday. When you look back on the game, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, listen, it's a game that we're disappointed to lose. You know, there's no doubt about that. It's a game that we wanted to win. We wanted to get a result. Greece performed better than us on the night. So we can't have any complaints. But you know, obviously the goals are just turning points at critical times for us at the start of each half, and obviously we're disappointed with the 2 goals we conceded, and that changes the flow of a game. We did well to get back into the game straight away. We nearly scored within a minute of our first goal conceded, and then we got back in and got the goal after that, and then we nearly scored within a minute of the goal we conceded again. So we responded well at times, but there's no doubt we could have played that better than we did, and we're disappointed to lose.
And what do you put that down to on reflection?
Well, you know, Greece played well on the night. You know, I think 2 teams are probably ranked along similar lines. I think they've more experience, but I feel that we've more potential. You know, and I think it's a narrow defeat. You know, it's a very, very narrow defeat. We've lost by a goal, and we just have to make sure that we respond well and win on Monday. And in the games coming up, you know, we've got to respond well, and you know, obviously they've still got to come to Dublin, so that will be a different situation.
Obviously, you have to change the personnel with Matt Doherty being sent off. Is everyone okay? But will you consider changing the shape of the team as well?
There was a lot of considerations. Obviously, I'm not going to discuss the shape of the team here, but you know, certainly a lot of considerations, and yeah, there will be some fresh impetus coming in today.
Kevin Kenny, please. James, we're on the eve of CAF number 100. Congratulations on what that means.
Oh, look, they get 100 caps and join a illustrious club would obviously be pretty special. You know, the calibre of players that's on that list. They hopefully join them. Would be pretty special, not just for myself but for my family and for everyone who's played a part in making that happen. So yeah, if that's the case, then obviously it's one that I certainly enjoy.
When you think back on the journey that you've had, what makes you proudest to like what you've overcome and the kind of personal achievements in doing this?
Representing Ireland, you know, just being able to do that once is pretty special. You know, that's never had the fact how proud I am to be Irish. They've given the opportunity to step on a football pitch and be able to affect games and represent the country. You know, I would say that's always going to be probably the proudest part of it all.
Stephen, any injuries for tomorrow night? Is everyone fit? As
No, everyone is fit for tomorrow.
Obviously, the result in Greece has led to kind of renewed speculation around you. Do you expect to be in charge for the rest of the campaign and any potential play?
Yeah, no, I definitely do. I mean, I think the contract is up till the end of the campaign, and whether it be renewed or not will depend on how people feel the campaign went overall. But certainly, I fully expect to be. You know, we want a positive result tomorrow, and that's firmly what I'm focused on.
Is anything other than a win tomorrow unthinkable?
In terms of World Cup qualification, or in terms of European Championship qualification, yeah, it is, yeah.
James Bowman, please.
Stephen, just on that, how do you cope with the criticism? How do you keep your optimism up?
To be honest, it's irrelevant. You know, it's irrelevant. I just really focused on developing the team and preparing the team for tomorrow. So there's a lot of criticism, and you know, some of it justified, and I have to accept that. And likewise, some of it inaccurate. That's the nature of it. And I think, from my point of view, I'm not fixated with it. I'm just firmly focused on what we have to do, and you know, and just focused on the task at hand, which is managing this group of players that you know, we're not perfect. But I really believe in the players. I believe in the players. I know people have other viewpoints. I believe in the players. I think it's not perfect. A lot of them are not playing at their clubs. That's been really tough for them. A lot of players some of our better players are not playing at their clubs, and that's been difficult. But that's not an excuse. We wanted to win against Greece. We didn't win. But that is the reality. And other players that should be in the team, but they haven't been playing for so long, and they're amongst our most talented. There's a sense of frustration, but that's the reality. It's very hard to come out and not be playing for months and months and come out and play at international level, particularly a game in the intensity the other night. But that's the reality. But I believe in the players that we've got. I think we've got a really talented group coming through. I think they were disappointed the other night. If we'd have won the other night against Greece, everything would have been on track. We're going into the Gibraltar game, everything great. Now because we didn't, it's a catastrophe. And I do get that. But we've just got to focus on tomorrow and Gibraltar. Make sure they're ready. I know the games were tight previously, and I think so. We just got to get ourselves ready and make sure we get a home victory.
And James, I'll just ask you. The manager said earlier in the week that he could see you doing a Luka Modric and playing on into your late 30s. Is that something that's on the horizon for you?
Well, look, physically I feel great. I don't feel I've slowed down too much. If I stay injury free, I'm still enjoying it, and I still continue to get picked. Why not?
Stephen, Gus Poyet spoke before the game on Friday about teams like Ireland and Greece needing to be realistic when in a group like this with France and Netherlands. So realistically, do you believe Ireland can finish in the top two in this group?
Yes, I do. Obviously it'd have been a lot easier if we'd have won on Friday, and we made life difficult ourselves. So we're just going to have to get some exceptional results now between now and the end of the season. And France, I think, will win the group. I think that's pretty clear. And Greece have to play Holland twice, and we've got to play Holland twice, and we've got to play Greece in Dublin. So there's a lot of football still to be played. And so I said at the time of the draw, there was 4 teams capable of qualifying. I said that. I was consistent saying that. And so they've all got to play each other. So we've got to take this setback on the chin and bounce back and get a victory tomorrow and take it from there.
And just in terms of trying to restore that confidence going into that double header in September, the game tomorrow against sort of inferior opposition doesn't really build that confidence that you need for such games that are coming. And coming in at the start of the season, it's going to be so difficult because you're not really sure what's going to come into camp. So how are you planning to build that confidence for those games?
Yeah, well, I think tomorrow, you can't look too far ahead. First, we're here today because we've a game tomorrow. We can't disrespect anyone. And I think Gibraltar, it's a match that we're looking to win. Again, that if our series about qualifying is that we have to win. So it's there's no point in discussing anything beyond that at the moment. I think we just got to focus on that tomorrow and make sure that we're ready.
Okay, we've finished the last section now.